What is going on, guys? This is Austin Fafeo or Luna. I have a great story for you guys today, but before I get into this, I would like to say thank you so fucking much for 800 subscribers. That's crazy. I really thought I was the most unentertaining person in the world, but all of you guys giving me great feedback has really changed my opinion on that, and I appreciate it so much. I am getting so close to 1K, and if I hit 1K, I will freak out. That is such a big number for me, and it'd be amazing to hit 1K. And if I do, I don't know what I should do as a video. I need to do some sort of special video. So leave suggestions. I don't know. If the whatever the best suggestion is, I'll use it and I'll give you a shout out. So anyway, let's get into my crazy story. Now, I'm gonna name this the SWAT team came to my house rather than I got swatted, because some people don't know what swatting is. But I'm gonna explain that right now. So what swatting is when you run into a bad situation with a hacker, and the hacker gets all of your info, including your address, and then he calls the SWAT team to your house. So that was a pretty summed up version of it. So I joined a party with my buddy Alex. I'm just going to say Alex because I want to name real names, and I'm not naming the hacker's name. I'm just going to say it started with an S. So I joined this party with my friend Alex and this kid, and the kid that's name started with an S said, "Oh, this kid lives in New York. Haha, what a badass." So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So then he names off my IP, and he's like, "This isn't my IP anymore," but he's like, "Oh, 66 dot blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man. It's not hard to pull up an IP pulling program when I joined." So then he's like, "Nice VPN, faggot." And I'm like, "Cool, bro." So what a VPN is, guys, is a virtual private network, and it means you hide your internet info. So basically what he did, since I didn't have one, he pulled all of my info and was like, "Oh, this is your name, it's Austin blank, you know, this is where you live, this is your longitude, this is your latitude, this is the coordinates of your address." So I told him, like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." I'm like, "It's not hard to go on Google Maps and look up my house and tell me my coordinates. I could fucking do that, a monkey could do that. So how about you go do the two-knuckle shuffle and fuck yourself." That's what I told him. I really don't like hackers, guys. I fucking hate them. They are the scum of the earth, and I think they're faggots who ruin everyone's day for no reason. He basically started a fight with me for no reason, and I was like, "Dude, just shut up." So he goes, "What do you just say?" I'm like, I'm like, "You heard me, dude. Are you deaf? I mean, like, you're a hacker. You gotta have some knowledge." He told me to apologize to him, and I was like, "I'm not gonna apologize to you. You're being an asshole." And then he's like, "How am I being an asshole? If you would just apologize, nothing would happen." So I did. I was like, "You know what? Yeah, I understand. I was being kind of a dick. But I really don't like when people, pull my info and then say it in parties, because it doesn't faze me. It just pisses me off because they think they're so hard." So the hacker was basically like, "Yeah, I understand." So I got off Xbox for like an hour. It came to like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear my doorbell ring. And I'll go to my doorbell, and I look, and it says Domino's on the top of this car. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I opened my door, and sure enough, there was a pizza guy standing there with like 10 pizzas. And he's like, "Order for Austin." I'm like, "Are you serious?" So I told him, like, "Dude, I didn't order any pizzas. I think some hacker is fucking with me, and he got my address." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I apologize." And the guy drove away. So I immediately get back on Xbox and message this kid. And I'm like, "Dude, what is your problem? Like, we made up. Why do you have to send pizzas to my house? It's stupid." And he's like, "You have to pay for them?" I'm like, "No, I didn't have to pay for them. I sent the kid back to his place." So the hacker then says, "Well, now I'm going to SWAT you." I'm like, What the hell is swatting?" And then he explains it to me. I'm like, "That's great, man. You want to SWAT me? I doubt you can anyway, so go ahead." So I just, I got off Xbox again, and I told my friend to give me a Skype. So I added him on Skype, and I was like, "So, you SWAT me yet? I'm still waiting. It's been 30 minutes. And the hacker was like, "Yeah, they're going to be on their way any minute now." I'm like, "Okay, dude, I'm sure they will." And then he sends me this screenshot, and it's like he's using an AT&T relay service, which means he's like texting the officer or the operator of 911, and the text message says, "My name is Austin. My mom got murdered. The murderer is gonna get me next." So then I'm like, "Dude, are you fucking serious? Like, you're actually gonna do this?" He's like, "Yup." So then I blocked him on Skype, and I was laying on my couch watching TV, and I'm like, he probably isn't even gonna do it. He's probably doing it to scare me anyway. So I'm sitting there, and I fall asleep. Okay. So I fell asleep, and I woke up like 2 hours later. It was like 3 in the morning at this point, and I see, if you ever saw my living room, there's a sliding glass door with a huge window. So I see like some dude run by, and I was like, "Oh no, fuck this, dude." And at the time, I was so groggy that I didn't know what was happening, and I forgot about the whole swatting situation. So I think there's a robber, okay? So I get up and I'm like, oh no, dude. I thought it was that murderer, because you know I told that story about the murderer in my backyard. He actually got released from jail not even that long ago, and it was like, I think it was like a year and a half ago. So at the time he was free, and I was like, oh please, fuck, dude, I don't want to die tonight. So I'm going around my windows, I'm shutting the blinds, I'm freaking out, and I was about to call the cops myself. So then I went in my mom's room. I'm like, there's someone in the backyard, like someone's out there. She's like, so we went out and we took a look. Took a look, and my mom's like, "There's no one out here," and I'm like, "Okay." So she went back to bed, and I was like, "All right, maybe I was just maybe I was just tripping. You know, I didn't see anything." So I'm sitting there watching TV because at this point I was too scared to go back to bed, and all of a sudden I hear thud in my garage, like this loud ass dropping noise, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" So I open my garage door, peeking out, and I look, and just a flashlight hits me in the face, and this guy has a rifle, and he's like, "Put your hands where I can see him, put your hands where I can see him." And I screamed. I was like, what? Like, my eyes, popped out of my head. So I put my hands behind my head, and I got on my knees immediately without him even telling me to, and I just fucking dropped to the ground. So he just came in, he grabbed me by my shirt, and he, picked me up and put me in the garage, and I got escorted out by officers into my road outside my house, and they, tore through my house. I saw them, 15 of them just fucking ran in and just was tearing everything apart, searching. So then he's like, we got a call. He said there was a murderer in the house. Was it from you? Was it from your parents? I'm like, was it from your brother? I'm like, no, I did not call. I don't know what you're talking about. So then he looks at the caller ID and realizes it was phony. So the dumbass kid used a website that is so easy to backtrace. So basically it's a website where you type in your real number and then you type in the number that you want to pop up on the person's you're calling's phone. So they just got his number in 10 minutes and fucking raided him, and he got $7,000 worth of equipment taken from him because he's a hacker. So that kid got fucked over. My mom and my brother were freaking the fuck out because there was a SWAT team in the house, and they got woken up the same way I did. And they actually, I think they thought that I was I think at first they thought I was the murderer. I mean, I'm not the smallest kid in the world. I could pass, and I was also wearing a black hoodie, and I kind of looked like an idiot. So, I don't know, I kind of looked like I had my black hoodie. I was my pants were fucking halfway down my ass because I had my camo shorts on, and I just woke up. So, to be honest, guys, everything ended up being okay, thank God. And I actually ended up talking to the hacker a week later since he got caught. So, we're on good terms now, thank God. But, if you're watching this, even though we're on good terms, it is a dick move to swat people, and you should never do that again because you're a prick. I mean, you're cool and all, but you're a prick. So, anyway, guys, everything ended up being okay, and I'm okay, and I'm here making commentaries, so you know everything's fine. And I actually did get swatted a second time, but that was a completely different story, and it's not even that bad. And anyway, guys, this has been Austin FFA or Luna. Thank you for all the feedback I've been getting. I really love you guys for that. So anyway, guys, peace.